open mic. The show.com. It's open mic. The show.com. Openmic.com. Openmic.com. Open mic the show.
The following program may contain moments of great personal reflection, sudden and striking realization, things you should not try at home, the truth about cats and dogs, incomplete thoughts, rambling gibberish, completely ridiculous opinions, winning lottery numbers, things you could really care less about, barking dogs, and unfortunately, Mike and Stan.
Who likes to be silly? I like to be silly.
What kind of radio show is this?
This town needs an enema.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Get up, get on up, get up, get on
Welcome to Open Mic Live, the survivors of, what was her name, Irma? Irma? Hurricane Irma. We were off last week, of course, because we had a hurricane come up the coast, no big deal. Or the center of the state, not the coast. It totally missed the coast like we were preparing for. And we didn't even get a storm surge. Did you see that? Like the river, I was told, oh, it's going to get like 21 feet storm surge. It never happened.
No, we did get to see one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
What,
and that's the water leave.
Whoa.
The water leave the
Moses part the seas?
Yeah, you see that? Over off of Bayshore?
I saw pictures of it, sure.
I've never seen anything like that, and it happened within minutes.
Well, it happened like 10 years ago when Charlie and all the other ones came through. It didn't happen. I don't think it went out as far, but it still went out pretty far like that.
Did it?
But then it came back in and again destroyed Bayshore, and there were sharks and Loch Ness monsters and everything, according to the memes I saw. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that people had their kids out there walking around in that right before a storm.
I don't know. Have you been down there? Like when it's low tide, it smells like butt. It's just terrible out there. I don't know why people would walk in there.
It smells like butt.
It smells like butt. Bayshore smells like butt.
You could have just said during Gasparilla.
Well, I mean, that's just drunk butt. All right, welcome to Open Mic Live. We're right here on openmictheshow.com every Thursday. Apparently, there might be website problems, but that's out of my control, so bite me. You can find us on Facebook Live at Open Mic Live or Open Mic the Show, somewhere around there. You'll find us. We're there. Two monkeys sitting in a tree and a yellow background. If you miss us, again, not my problem. Let's see. No Name Network, IRN Broadcast, Raw Talk Online, and catch the replays, 920 WN The Apple and Bubba Army Radio, Saturdays at 10. Stan, we've got some guests in here. Well, at least we've got some of the guests in here.
Well, tonight's show will contain Stephen Netta. Welcome, Stephen.
Hello.
And, well, I guess Cam Bertrand is, big time in us right now.
Oh, he's already L.A.?
Yeah, he'll be here when he feels like it.
Oh.
Like, yeah, he's the lead singer all of a sudden, you know what I mean? But, no, he actually just got off of a cruise and was getting his stuff together, so I'm just glad he was able to come in, period.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to...
That would be a good reason to miss a show.
But it's his last opportunity before he takes off.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he didn't have a choice but to do it. Because I would have just stalked him until he came in anyway. But, I mean, you get that cruise lag. It's almost like, that jet lag thing.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
I haven't, but I have friends that go on the Celtic cruise every year. Right. And when they get back, it takes days to recover.
It does. I've been on a cruise, and it's like when you get off, you literally feel like, even though you're walking, you feel yourself swaying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can feel it in your legs. You'll catch yourself every once in a while, kind of rock forward, rock backwards.
How long was the cruise you were on?
Like 4 or 5 days.
Get up on the mic.
4 or 5 days.
Where'd you go?
To Bahamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, non-hurricane season.
How long were you off the boat?
Oh, each day had a different thing. Like one day we were in Bahamas, one day we were in Grand Cayman, then we were in Cozumel.
And what was the coolest place that you stopped off at?
Probably Cozumel. That was pretty cool. Although, I mean, they were all really neat. The one, was it the Bahamas? I think that one was the one that the beach there was actually where they filmed the first Gilligan's Island. The episodes and all that were filmed at that area on that beach. And then Grand Cayman was cool, but that's like you're literally off for like 4 hours. But it's funny because you get off and it's all fenced in where the cruise ships are. Then they go, okay, well, when you go out of here, we're not really responsible for you. We're like, oh, so I'm going to be kidnapped. And you go out and you pay like money to a cab driver to hopefully take you
to the right.
Somewhere. Because I did for MWR, I went to Honduras to do a show for the troops. at Tegucigalpa. We flew in, and I don't know if you know how Honduras are, where Tegucigalpa is. It's basically a bowl. So like when you fly in, it's like mountainside, and there's just shanty houses all up and down. I mean, there's literally no, like, you think you have no lot line. They have like their tin is hitting somebody else's tin. So it's crazy. So you fly around, you have to come around the bowl a couple times before you land. And when you land, like we went out, I think we stopped at there was like a little mall right outside of there. And where we were, there were 3 armed army personnel from the Honduran army. And they had AK-47s in gray fatigues. And I was walking by myself and I go, oh, this is where the van pulls up. Door slides open. They throw a bag over my head. And Americano gets, all of a sudden I'm in an action movie.
The home associations allow that?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know if they have an HOA there. They're lucky to literally have a pot to piss in.
Yeah, literally, right?
But it's crazy because where Tegu is, where you come in, it's like a city, and they have the airport, the city, and then they have some high-rise hotels, and just outside of that is just miles up the hillside is just these little houses that someone put together enough for you to sleep under and not get rained on.
And like when you got there, did you look at these hills and went, I better not have to walk these sons of bitches?
Oh, yeah. I was like, where's the road to get out of here anyway? And we had to go up the mountain like 2 or 3 miles, and up the mountain is 2 miles, is 2 lanes. And it's dirt road. It's not roads. It's dirt roads. And like, so if you get stuck behind someone, you just sit there and your wheels, if you were to open the door and take a step out, you would go down the side of a mountain.
Right.
It was crazy. And then you have these people selling fruits and vegetables like along there, and they're like angled. They've got like 1 foot up on the road. The other one they have like tied to a rock so that, if they did fall, they'd have something to anchor them. And it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
So they're like little human kickstands all over the goddamn
exactly.
place.
It was them, little families walking by, and it was crazy.
You ever try to take one of those rocks tied and just wrap it around their legs and tie it together?
See if you could just push them.
Right. You're fine. You got a rock tied.
You do a thing where somebody stands behind them and then
right. Or bring a bottle of water with you and go, ha ha.
And I go, oh, look, I didn't poop.
Right. What was the water like? I mean,
we didn't drink it.
Yeah.
They even told us not to eat anything green, even on the base. They made food, in the chow halls, but they're like, don't eat anything green.
Well, everything green there, you smoke.
Yeah. I'm not saying our military personnel does that. But the cool thing was because it was we share the base, Sotocano Air Base with the Honduran government. We kind of like rent it from them. So what's cool is they sold actual Cuban cigars because it's not U.S. soil.
Right.
It's Honduran soil. So I got a couple Cubans and smoked them there. But it's literally like, here's us. And where we were performing it, they were doing nighttime runs with Chinook helicopters going into El Salvador. And what they did was they went in at nighttime because if they saw a cluster of people with thermal seeking, they would just lay down ground fire because those are drug runners getting together. So they just basically spray so that they disperse and get out of there.
You were performing there?
Yeah. So, but we were performing in the base part, which was safe. But the Chinooks were taking off and landing during the nighttime.
Chinooks.
Yeah. Or isn't that what they're called?
I don't know, but that's what we're going to start calling our fans.
Or no, you know what else is? They had Blackhawks too. That's what else they had. It was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Black. They're allowed to call them that.
They had a hockey team there.
They're allowed to call them that.
What Cox?
Remember that on Modern Family? Nathan Lane did that. Was like Blackhawks. Okay, is anybody else hear it when I say it?
They're African American Hawks. Let's get it right. So anyway, I appreciate you living long enough to come back into the show. Bro. That's awesome.
I've almost died quite a few times, apparently.
Dude,
just to come here.
You were.
This is it.
You're like, no, Lord, I have to do this show.
There was literally this light shining at me saying, come to the other side, my loving family there. And then all of a sudden, my wife was behind me going, no, get back here. I'm not watching these kids myself.
They were trying to save you from this.
Exactly. Like, come on.
Right.
Come on. You don't want to do this show.
You're going to wish you were dead if you went on this show.
Yeah, exactly. I almost died coming in here, too. You guys are...
Came almost ran into you.
Exactly. I came during the daytime, which was nice.
Yeah.
So.
In this neighborhood, you need to, brother. Because
Mhm.
you're either going to get one or two things, a disease from a hooker or held up.
And where's that part again?
Just 2 blocks. Just 2 blocks away.
Or your bedroom. Either one.
Oh, that's
She'll be
true.
home in a few.
She just
She's
walked
right
in.
behind you.
She's right behind you. Actually.
The entertainment has arrived.
Where's the boombox? Oh,
Where's the change purse? She's like,
got
I have
the pasties.
quarters. If you need quarters.
Are they American?
Laundry time, baby. You're welcome. I cut out the middleman. You have dollars, you got to go to a coin machine. It's bullshit.
she walks around like you did in the old arcades. She's got one of those little
With the
pouches
little
on her
clicker.
waist.
With the nickel. Wait, that was 3 minutes. Hold on. Click, click, click,
Give
click.
me that back.
Keep the change.
No, wait, economy's tight.
Who do I complain to here as the manager? If she's bad, you're like, I'd like my money back. No?
Yeah, it's like having to watch a pre-roll video on YouTube. You can't take that time back.
You can't get that time back.
Well,
in
he's
your
the
life.
manager, but you might want to complain to me because he doesn't give a shit.
I know. I'm not giving you money.
He's like, okay, goodbye.
Right.
Aw.
Oh, poor Mikey.
Aw.
So anyway, I do appreciate you coming in, and what we're going to do is you're going to actually play a game with us and the listeners.
Okay.
You down with that?
I can do that.
Hold on. Are you sure?
Are we playing the game now?
Oh, yeah, segues are our strength.
One rule. You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Let's just do it. Let's meet this thing head on. You were in it to win it.
Sadly, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
You
that's
will.
okay because we don't either. All right. So the name of the game is Real News or Fake News. And if you don't know this by now, you should. Or you'll never ever know it.
Now you know.
You'll never know it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some headlines, and you're going to tell me if the story is real or the story is fake. Pretty simple. Right now, we've got Steve in the studio, and you are going to be our point system.
Steve or Steven?
Steven?
Steve's fine.
I've always
Okay.
known you as Steve, so
I know, that's-
you change your name on Facebook. And it
that's-
doesn't. I don't care.
It's Steven, that's the Catholic way.
Stephen.
With the PH.
I wasn't sure if it was Steph.
No, it's somebody called me Steph, and I'm like,
Stefan.
yeah, I've been called Stefan. I'm like,
douche.
first of all, it would be Stefan, not
Right.
Phe. And I'm like, and have you ever met someone that spelled Stefan that way?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, people aren't that smart, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
why you're a comedian. You should know
Exactly.
that. So
True.
here's your part of this game. You throw one of those balls at that board, and that determines how many points the question is worth.
Okay, so one ball,
It doesn't have to stick. It just has to hit.
ball against the wall.
1 point. Good
Oh,
job.
Jesus.
Way to really boost the points.
You're welcome.
So, for 1 point, the first question is, Braves apologized for playing Rock You Like a Hurricane during the Marlins game.
Who did?
The Braves, the Atlanta Braves, apologized for playing Rock You Like a Hurricane during the Marlins game.
I would say that is true. That is a real headline.
Of course, for those of you that have not been paying attention, hurricane went up the state, and not only did the Marlins, get slammed by a hurricane, but everybody fled to Atlanta. So
To get away from it.
So Atlanta was hosting our refugees, if you will.
Like we took in Houston's.
Did we?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Houston
that's right.
Astros
And then they
played
came
at the
back.
Rays. Yep.
They went back because there was a hurricane here.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Maybe God hates the Astros. Did you ever think of that? He just hates them.
He has to. I mean, to let him wear those colors, bro, he's got to hate
That's
them.
true. That's true.
I mean, the Astros, are they, do they belong to the LGBT?
No, I
Is
don't
that a part of it?
think so.
Is that an A part?
Have you ever seen their outfits?
No, it's the AL East, the AL Central, AL West. No longer the LGBTQ.
That's smart because the Qs are confusing.
Well, they're
Not
not
because
really.
they're queer, because it's confusing. Don't question it.
So was I right or wrong?
Oh, we'll tell you in a second. All right.
Is this where I get shocked? I gotta
Yes.
wait for like a little trank dart to come out.
Braves apologized for playing Rock You Like a Hurricane during the Marlins game.
Boom, 1 point.
That, my friends,
Absolutely real.
is, of course, a real story.
Which everyone got right.
Of course they did. I made this easy this week because we just went through a hurricane and everybody was out of power last week. And we're all kind of making up for crap, and it's just been a long 2 weeks now.
Did you guys lose power here?
Spike
I
Salsa.
didn't get back until last Wednesday morning.
Really?
Yep.
I lost power literally for the time it took me to go, oh man, and then it came back up.
We lost it for 52 hours. You know how we know it was 52 hours? Because you count every freaking hour that you're without power. All right, next question is worth how many points, Steve?
All right.
11 points.
11?
Those ones.
I love them.
For 11 points, a greyhound with cocaine addiction wins lots of races. Is that a real news or fake news story?
I used to bet on the dogs.
What was his name? Snowflake.
Jeff.
With the PH?
Snowflake 2.
His dealer was at the finish line saying, like, I got to get there.
Give me.
Keith. I would say that is fake news.
A greyhound with cocaine addiction. Like,
don't you remember there was a wasn't there a puppy mill over here that there was a problem with that with? They had to shut them down.
They shut down all kinds of puppy mills over here.
I don't know why. They're not allowed to open up other puppy stores anymore in Florida. You have to,
really?
Or in Tampa, you have to have a specific licensing, and they've given them all out.
They call that the Michael Vick rule.
Whoever has it now are the only ones that can keep them open. Like
so they're grandfathered into abuse dogs.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Or overpriced abuse dogs.
Yes, exactly.
Jesus, we were looking for one. What was it? $2,200 at what was that pet?
I know which one you're talking
Largo of Petland of Largo.
But there's also one up on Dale Mabry.
Oh yeah, those
right by here. It's crazy. I mean, they want like $700-800. I'm like, well,
that's cheap.
But you guys did what we did. We
were adopted. Yeah.
Every dog that we've had is a rescue.
We were looking for a lab, so we were kind of looking for something specific.
Right.
Totally missed. We didn't get the lab at all.
You got the opposite of a lab.
We got a spastic hunting dog that likes to bring Loveburn's squirrels.
Oh, he's awesome.
So we only got 2 reels on the board. Everyone else says that's bull crap.
It's bull crap, huh?
Yep. Snook says real and Glick says real.
All right. Greyhound with cocaine addiction wins lots of races. That, my friends,
absolutely real.
Is real.
Wow.
Okay, now, do you have any idea where this was?
I can pull it. Why?
No, when they go to Google it, people are gonna check.
Oh,
you
this
on
was
shit.
Barstool Sports. Pull it up at Barstool Sports, and the reason that I pulled that one because the headline was easier. I'm pretty sure it was CNN or MSNBC. This was a real headline.
Here's the best part. Well, I'll tell you something about Barstool Sports after this because you may bring it up.
All right. Next question. How many points,
Nope,
Steven?
sorry, I got to throw the ball. Cam were here. He'd hand me the ball. One again. Jesus.
Consistent.
I love the ones. For the hooker, you just give her one.
Christina Vidito is watching. She is with Cam right now, by the way.
Wow.
They're like, screw going in. We'll just watch it.
All right. For how many points was that? One?
One.
Schools are worried that USA chants are offensive. And this is in a state, allegedly. Schools are worried that USA chants are offensive.
Yo, Jeffrey Cooper.
That's got to be fake news. Like the whole thing where the school in Detroit was making the kids all do bow to Mecca or whatever, learn the tenets of Islam. I'd say that's fake.
Well, they need to pray to something there because that place is going to hell.
What they're doing right now is wrong. So they need to do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Tiff Money says fake.
Don't drink the water.
Glick says real. That's your real, yo.
Did he say it just like that?
That's how I heard it.
Oh, okay.
That's
how you read it?
Yep.
Isn't that how rednecks talk? No, wait, that's
real, yo.
No, that's not redneck.
That's country ebonics. Matt says real. Snook says real. Gobble says real.
I'll guarantee you that 3 of them probably voted for Trump.
All 3 in that row.
They go, damn right. MAGA. Make America great again.
And Dale says real. Jeffrey Cooper wants to know, what's the subject tonight? Stephen Netta is the subject
I'm
tonight.
the subject.
Casey says fake.
I'm checking to see
This guy right here, in case you're watching. Steven Netta.
No, that's
Camera
me.
2.
I don't know what that was.
It was a,
It got
it was
creepy
a
for
click
a
and a,
second.
no, it's fine.
It got creepy.
You molested our audience.
What a
It's
cool
okay.
cat.
It's fine.
Hey! Oh, you get
Steven
double.
Netta
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Bazinga, boom, boom, boom.
That is old school.
Where's all the zoo freaking?
Tookie.
John Jacobs in the house.
Johnny J.
All right, so that was 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Schools are worried that USA chants are offensive. That, my friends,
Absolutely
is real, and it's in California. Of course, that would be in
come on.
California.
Come on.
It's not real. No, it is, but it shouldn't be.
That's crazy.
All right, next question is worth how many points? Steve.
Oh, maybe I'm just doing the thing where I say everything is false. I got to be. Oh, Jesus.
What it hit?
Nothing.
Oh, my God. I missed it. See how it's hitting all the ones. There you go.
6 points.
For 6 points, vaginas absolutely need sex or they will get medically depressed.
If this ain't real,
I was going to say,
I'm going to be depressed.
and you can't fake it,
Well,
you
they
have to actually
can.
have
They
sex to
can.
freaking make them happy.
Darn.
Maybe not with me, but sex nonetheless. Is that real or fake?
For 6 points, real or fake,
Dale says fake.
vaginas.
All right, this time I got to say fake.
Vaginas
This time I have to be right with
absolutely
fake.
need sex.
Chris
or they
Glick
will
says fake.
get medically depressed.
They actually need sex or they can't pay the rent.
That's true.
Now, if vaginas don't have sex, then I can see penises getting depressed.
Nah, they just throw up a lot.
Right.
Definitely make
Right. Why are you in the back?
No offense, I don't need a vagina around, for me to be happy.
It's helpful,
Just,
but
it's nice. It's nice. I've been doing it since I was 12, so.
Progressively more and more.
progressively, yeah.
It started at 4 times a day, and now I'm
Now
up to
it's
like
12
6.
times.
Right?
Oh, wait, what?
It's exponentially per year of marriage. It increases.
Oh, that's a fact, Jack.
I love you, sweetheart, if you're watching. And kids, stop watching.
Why are kids watching the show? This is R-rated.
Trust me.
I wonder how long it's going to be before I have to put like a TVMA, blah, blah, blah. It's the internet, right? It should.
I can help you do that if
No,
you
I don't
like.
want- no,
okay.
we don't want
Just
to
wanted
do
to be sure.
We're going to drop F-bombs.
Trust me, I have
I
been.
don't wanna put
You
a sticker.
can't?
Oh, you can. You can say fuck.
Oh, okay. We did great. All of a sudden, TVMA.
Nope.
Mommy, why is Daddy's penis bulimic?
Stick your finger in it. You'll find out. Wait, what?
That's the old joke where the boy says to the girl, I want to stick my finger in your belly button.
Right.
She goes, that's not my belly button. That's not my finger.
You learned that when you were 12, too.
Exactly.
What sucks is it fits.
But you're only 12. It's fine.
Oh, still. To this day, she's got an Audi.
Okay. I'm just going to talk to Mike now. And this, she has an Audi. That's a day.
Belly button Fruit Loop. Damn it.
It's an oversized clitoris.
I
No,
sword
it's
fight
not.
with her belly button.
China, right? All right. Vaginas absolutely need sex or they'll get depressed. That, my friends,
Absolutely real.
is real story.
Oh, my God.
So-
Every story is real.
So Mike actually put the link in there.
Because I
for
know
me
you
on
like
this
that.
one.
Yep.
And I went and looked it up. It is a real story.
Here-
And it's not from The Onion. It wasn't Barstool's Sports or anything
Right.
like that. It was actually from the New York Times,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess the news is fake.
I'd love to be in on that testing. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that one looks a little unhappy right now, so I'm going to place my. I mean, here's the thing. That is a total Craigslist scam-worthy thing to do.
Right.
Like some guy sat around and said, dude, I need to get laid. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm
right,
going to look at a girl's vagina, tell her it's depressed, and I have to put my penis in it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, girl's like, okay, that's probably
Then
real.
Dr.
Oh
Oz
my
is
God.
talking about it.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh my God, they fell for it.
Like when they first said that, having sex was good for headaches.
Right.
Yeah,
Reduces the stress,
exactly.
right.
Or what was it they would use to massage them? They used to use
Right.
vibrators on them.
But it's called vaginal atrophy.
Atrophy. That's not the one where it falls inside out, is it?
No,
Okay.
the walls
That's
actually
prolapse.
thin
by the
out.
way.
So
Prolapse vagina.
the walls actually thin out because they're not producing estrogen. So,
It's like calluses.
right, exactly. So, it all empties out, the walls thin out, and that creates soreness.
Thank God I
That's what
just
you're
ate a
saying.
taco.
But common symptoms include discharge, burning, itching, difficulty peeing, and pain during sex.
So it's
Whoa,
gonorrhea.
whoa, whoa. That's herpes.
Right.
I mean,
One
that's
of them.
Son of a bitch.
They're like,
You have calluses? They're herpes.
If you don't have sex enough, you'll get herpes.
my vagina is not happy. No,
It's probably because you're sticking it anywhere.
you have syphilis because you've been responding to ads like this for men just to have sex with you.
So Louise Mazzanti is a sex therapist. She says it's very important that we have healthy sex life with a partner or with ourselves. It really
Well,
doesn't
that's
matter.
what I'm saying is
Right,
that
exactly. I don't-
for men or women, if you're not getting any, you can get some. By the way,
Oh, yeah, you're walking around with partners all day long.
exactly. You're panned.
So anyway, so it really is real. I research Mike. I got to check him every now and then.
I did a joke about kind of like that one time. It was Valentine's Day, and I sent out a tweet, and I said, all you women that are on Facebook complaining that you are single on Valentine's Day, you have a vagina, right?
Exactly. What are you doing? Why are you eyeballing me? It's next question.
All right, next question. Worth how many points?
One again. I literally got it right above.
All right, for 2 points.
Oh, hold on real quick.
Nope.
All right, let's move on. Go ahead.
All right. Texas governor warns it could be years before state fully ready to talk about climate change. Is that real news or fake news?
Texas. All right, I'm going to go real because you've done 4 in a row, and this will be the one that's fake. But knowing Texas and how quick they are to change and be progressive, I would say that's got to be real. Does Pat Robertson live there? No, he's in Virginia.
Oh, it was.
There was one of those ago, yeah. Houston got hit. Did you hear what Ann Coulter said about that? The teacher at USF got fired.
Right.
Because
that was UT.
Right, UT got fired. But Ann Coulter said it's easier to believe that God sent a flood to Houston because of a gay mayor than it is to believe there's climate change. But yet she still has a job.
Okay. Cool.
So
I'm
just like
yeah.
But this guy says
shoot down
UT.
his story. Oh, that shit was great. Move on.
It's just baffling.
Way to roll with it. Good improv.
The shit that comes out of her mouth is just amazing.
It's supposed to be yes and.
Yes and. Did you ever see her? Did you see her on the last roast? Like
No.
they just destroyed her.
Good.
They just destroyed her. All right. Texas governor warns it could be years before state fully ready to talk about climate change. You ready? You got a winner?
Yep.
The news is fake.
That, my friends, is a fake story. Steve goes out with no marbles.
Did you hear what I said?
What happened?
With 21 points, Snooks wins. Woo, Snooks! Say woo, Snooks, Cam, now that you're here.
What else?
Or Lisa.
Why did you just sound like Peter Griffin?
I'm late, man. I feel like we should all blame Christina. I feel like that's what we should do.
Dude, that's very discomforting.
Creepy, right?
Just turn around, she's staring at you like this.
How do you think I feel?
Right.
I walk into a room, she's just like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "Oh my god,
on a freaking cruise, leave me alone." All right, well, when we come back, we will be talking with Steven Netta, big star Cam Bertrand, and that's it. That's all you get.
All right. We'll be back. You're listening to Open Mic Live.
Boom.
Welcome back. It is actually dinner time right here on Open Mic, the show.com. Open Mic Live, IRN Broadcast, No Name Network, Raw Talk Online, all the places we are on the internet. Facebook Live, and of course, openmictheshow.com.
Where did dinner come from?
See us. Dinner came from, don't tell me, Tacos Con Mobile. How do you say the last stuff? Arriba. Say it.
Gracias.
That's right. All right. Tacos Con Mobile, 1309 East Fletcher Avenue, Tampa, Florida. They were open the day after Irma.
Dude, hurricanes ain't bothering them.
I know. They're like, we didn't blow away. We still here.
They paid $10,000 to travel on a raft.
Dude, that's what, man, it's commendable. Foreign people will open day of. We got Chinese the day of the hurricane.
Right.
The day after mine was open.
Dude,
They're
were
like, we
they
don't
were
have
out there.
much, and people still order shit.
It was beautiful.
They're
Line
not
out
scared.
the door, and they were
they're
like,
lining
we're
out
going
the
to
door.
go until we don't have food left.
Dude, that next day, like, we were driving back home because we thought our power was on. Lies. But Popeyes actually had a line that wrapped around the building, out onto the street, and into the next parking lot. I'm like, if you're the last guy in that line, you're not getting chicken.
Yeah. Took us 6 days to get power back, and that weekend, I did an hour at Snappers just talking about how much I hated Duke Energy. I was just on stage just going, can I still get into heaven if I just mass murder all Duke Energy employees? I was like, yeah, how much do I have to donate to even that out? Like,
I'm pretty sure you would have got in this time.
I think I get it,
right.
yeah.
Even God was pissed off.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
He's
man,
how
I
do
ain't
you
have
do
power
that?
neither, man. Yeah.
No lightning left?
If heaven has Duke Energy, man, I'll go to hell. I'm out. I'm not going no more.
But then she posted that you got it back.
Yeah, and then lost it again.
What? That's when you want to bitch slap somebody.
Like that. Yeah, that's terrible.
No, because even worse than that is the left side of our neighborhood all had power, so we could see our neighbors watching TV in air condition, and we're just sweating trying to sleep.
And they walk
dude,
out
I
going,
was like, if
sure
there's
isn't
ever
hot in here.
Yeah, if there's ever been a time where I wanted to rob somebody, it's the people that I can see enjoy life as I'm dying in my bed.
Right. And the thing was, like, we stayed at someone else's house during the hurricane just because it was my in-laws. They weren't going to let us not do that. You know? I'm like, we're staying home. I'm glad we didn't, because we lost power. But we call our neighbor. I mean, our immediate neighbor. Say, hey, do we have power over there? Yeah. Are we being too loud? No, you're good. Yeah. We get all the way home with all of our 3 pets and all of our stuff. We don't have power.
Oh.
It stopped right there, and everywhere from us forward was out. Everywhere from there back was on. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I got to put this rabbit back in the goddamn car. Makes no
That's
sense.
what you get for owning a rabbit.
Tell her what's up, bro. And it's the biggest freaking rabbit around.
Rabbits are corny.
Did you guys ever get a ferret?
No, we didn't get a ferret. Stop talking about it.
Not till
Dude, she's right there. Don't talk about it.
What happened?
Not till they get to California, bro.
All right.
They just run the streets. You can grab one.
I had a ferret when I was younger.
Did you? How'd you
They're
feel?
crazy cool, man. They're
Cool,
awesome.
right? They're
Yeah.
awesome pets.
But it's weird. Like their cage, you have to have like the cedar chips or whatever in it.
She'll
did.
take care of all that.
Don't
You gotta
take
worry
this.
about none of that.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look like you had a ferret when you were a kid. you look like you had 3 ferrets.
Look what it's done to you.
Like, you called them the Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like these are my Theodore. Why are you running?
So you made it, brother. You made it here, and you
Yeah.
just came back from a cruise, right?
Yeah,
How long was the cruise?
5 days. I went to Mexico, and I still have my kidneys. I'm invincible.
Dude, that's badass.
Yeah, I know.
Did you go to a strip club while you were there?
I tried to. The people that were with us, they went to the strip club, and he said this lady, she started at $150 to do anything, and then went down to $80. I was like, "What? That's a deal. That's a good deal." It wasn't even in pesos. That was in an Americans.
That's like BOGO.
Yeah, it's
When
great.
you think about it.
Yeah, it's great.
But how long did it take her to drop the price? Like,
He said it was pretty quickly because she said 150, and he was like, "I don't have 150," and she was like 100. And he was like, "It still seems." She goes, $80.
If she said it that deep, I wouldn't have done it.
it's like
But
flea
for
market,
80,
flea market
it's
strippers.
yeah.
That's
Where was-
awesome.
I was in
insane.
Mexico in where the hell is the place in California right below it? But it's like literally the armpit of the world. No, it's the Ensenada. That's what it was. And dude, I went into It was some bar, and like you saw the bar open the door, and they were playing Guns N' Roses. I'm like, oh, cool, it's a bar. And then as they close it, you see Triple X Donkey Show. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going in there now. So
I'm not going to Mexico without seeing a donkey show. I can tell you that.
I feel you.
Seriously,
dude. If I wasn't with my mom, yeah,
you've never seen.
I'm all the way in.
Too,
yeah, because my mom might get involved.
Yo, it's an uncomfortable amount of people hit on my mom. It was a lot.
Right, imagine if it was like a donkey. That shit would really suck.
It was like a lot. Everywhere we went. Yeah, no, I understand. My mom is a wonderful woman, but I don't want to see dudes be like, your mom's hot.
Right,
like,
no.
How about you say that when I'm not around? How about you just don't tell me that at all?
Could you tell him that when I'm gone, please?
Hold on, I gotta look up.
So they literally were hitting on her in front of you, or just saying that?
Yeah, like, not even, like, hitting on her in front of me, but also being like, hey, Cam, put a word in with your mom for me. No, I don't like you.
Will you give her this note?
Yeah. I don't even like you. You want to be my stepdad? No.
How was your mom feeling about it all?
My mom was
pretty good.
loving life.
Yeah.
My mom, like, she bragged about it quite a bit. She was like, I had a 39-year-old dude hitting on me. And I was like, how about you stop saying that to my face?
Is she on Tinder?
Look, he's looking.
I'll swipe right on that.
See what's over there going, hold on. What's her photos look like?
Single and ready to swingle. What the hell is
So,
that?
Steve, I'm glad you're alive, man. I'm glad
I'm glad you're leaving.
I'm glad you lived. Yeah. Yo, you know what's funny is I am very glad that you recovered and you're doing all right. Because I did not want to be the last person to do a show with you. Because there was a couple people who was like, didn't you just work with Steve? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you killed Steve Netta. And I was like, no. I never want to be the last person to work with somebody, man. That's bad omen.
That is kind of bad omen.
Juju. Yeah.
I was literally having heart attacks the week before I went in for the surgery, and I almost didn't do the show, but I signed myself out of the emergency room and said, dude, I got to do a show on Saturday.
We're on the way to the show, and we're in the car, and he goes, yeah, if my heart starts hurting, yeah, I'll just pull over. Or what? I was like, what? What do you mean you could just start dying while I'm in this car? He's just like,
at least I'll pull over.
Yeah, he was like, it'll be fine. We did the show, everything was good, and then the next day, I saw the post of like, Netta's dying. I was like, what?
Imagine the size of the bouquet you'd have to buy.
Yeah. I'm so sorry I murdered you. Yeah. Well, and a lot of people, no, I don't know if everybody knows. The reason he's bringing that up is 3 months ago, this past Saturday, I had open heart surgery, triple bypass surgery. They had my heart in somebody's hand. It's crazy.
What?
I had like 19 transfusions during that. I was bleeding out. It was crazy. Crazy.
Jesus Christ,
and then I'm on stage 10 weeks later.
Dude, and
guys just up there like, I keep trying.
I know. And then I went to, he tried to kill me with that because I had to go to Visani's to Port Charlotte the week that I went into the hospital and had the open heart surgery. So God was like, I don't want you to go to Port Charlotte.
Yeah.
Then
who filled in for you?
No, Dale Jones was there, but I don't know who
Elvis.
Who else.
Whoever filled in, that's got to be a weird call. Hey, can you come do Vasani's? Yeah, who bailed? Steve's dying.
When David Brenner died, he was supposed to be at the Laugh-In in Fort Myers, and I remember seeing that he died. And within an hour, I got a phone call from Laugh-In before and they're like, "Hey, are you open this weekend?" I'm like, "Really? He just died."
Show must go on, right?
I'm like, but yeah. Then I was going to go to Port Charlotte last week. I went to Port Charlotte and got through a hurricane. So apparently he doesn't want me in Hernando County or whatever that is down there.
Next time you try to go to Port Charlotte, we're just gonna get nuked.
Exactly.
I'm tired of just singling you. I'm tired of singling you out. We're just gonna take out Florida.
North Korea bombed the first United States city.
Well, now you
Port
put
Charlotte,
us on a watch
Florida.
list, damn it! I was beating around the bush.
A watch list.
Now we're on a watch list. Steve Netta knows something about North Korea that we don't know. We must investigate.
So this is the first show we've had two survivors. You survived Mexico, and he survived death like 18 times.
Like the Grim Reaper literally was there going, "Come here, come here."
Like he messaged me after he got a little bit better. He's like, "Dude, I'm very sorry that I had to cancel your show, but I almost died." I'm like, well,
if there's
that's
ever
a pretty good excuse.
If there's ever a reason to cancel something.
Cam was running late because of his girlfriend.
Yeah,
right.
No, Cam was blaming his girlfriend.
Right. Oh, no. It was really her. It was 100%.
You see how beautiful he is? It takes a while to do that before you leave the house.
I woke up like this.
I don't know. I've seen some pictures of you first in the morning, bro.
She is
Wow.
cold-blooded, isn't she?
No, that's beautiful.
She just takes pictures of me when I'm asleep. That's the
creepy,
most heartbreaking
by
shit
the
ever.
way.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
feel the same way.
I feel a little
there's don't take pictures of me while I'm eating, and don't take pictures of me while I'm sleeping, because I'm not eating or sleeping to be pretty.
Eating's tough.
Yeah, but
That's a pretty vulnerable spot. But sleeping, that's just cute.
I'm doing those for sustenance and for sustainability. All right?
Right.
I'm not doing those to be attractive.
So you
If
sleep so
just
you can
catch
last
me-
longer?
Yeah, well,
I think you sleep more.
I mean, I want to live for life, you know.
See,
She
Steven,
doesn't
you don't
want
sleep
you.
enough.
Exactly. She does that shit. She'll be posting it on Bang Bros. Here's
Yeah.
Cam sleeping again.
Yeah. Hey, if she's getting paid off of that and I'm not getting residuals, I'm upset. All right?
At least you got IMDb credit.
She's throwing strudel on your face.
In school, you know how they were telling you like, don't message strangers on the internet or whatever. There was like a promo video for it. And there was like a sad kid, and he was like, "This guy would pay me $75 to sit in front of the camera shirtless," and I was like, "How can I get paid?" And they were like, "That's not the point." And I was like, "No, that's completely the point."
No, you're missing the point.
And then, yeah.
If you look 12, does it work?
Yeah, and he was like, he was saying that the guy was justifying it by being like, when you go swimming, you're shirtless, and he was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And I was like, that makes perfect sense.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It's solid.
You sure
argument.
this isn't To Catch a Predator?
No, it was on some like creepy To Catch Predator
Dude, that's
stuff,
crazy.
but like
But you
$75 to sit shirtless. I'll sit shirtless right now if you give me $75.
Right.
I'll do it for $1. Hold on.
Right. You don't have to steal me and take me off somewhere to do it. I'll do it willingly.
You know what's weird is when you first said it, you said shit. Shit.
I know.
I'm just going.
I giggled because I was like, nah.
You know what? Some people would pay actually
I think-
$100 to see you shit
Yeah.
on
them.
camera.
That's-
Yeah,
It's
on them.
ridiculous, isn't it? Ugh.
Quite a bit of money.
Wait, are they on Tinder also?
They're right there.
Shitter.
They're
So-
in the internet. They're in your internet, people.
So you actually won the opportunity to be on this cruise and perform, correct?
Yeah, beat everybody.
And how many people was everybody? Like 4, right?
No, it was like, in total, I think it started with like 20.
Steve Netta died, so he couldn't compete.
You're lucky he didn't Facebook
He
Live his
murdered
performance.
me, so I wouldn't be on it. That's why.
How bad is your driving?
My driving?
Yeah, who was driving the night that...
Oh, me. My
Oh,
driving's
him?
awful.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I am
Yeah.
legendary for being not a good driver.
Yeah.
So he's going to take up Uber pretty soon. So anyway, so you won the opportunity to be on there. How many nights did you perform while you were on there?
Once. I thought it was going to be every night. It
What,
ended up
just once?
being once, yeah.
So what'd you do the rest of the time?
Kicked it. Got very drunk. Dude,
Huh?
it's going to take a while to detox. Like, alcohol doesn't even sound good right now.
Christina,
But
cover your
it's-
ears. How many times did you get laid? No.
The same. He thought it would be all 4 nights. It was once.
13 times.
Dude,
once.
do you understand how hard it is to jack off without the internet?
You don't have a good imagination?
hard.
Come on, dude.
No,
it's
I
improv,
don't.
bro. Improv.
I do not have a good imagination. My imagination...
Kids these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
His imagination is him jerking off on the internet. Now, if the internet was
I
very
remember
small-
when I used to have porn.
Yeah.
Remember when I could go on my Facebook?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when we
It's-
lost the internet for 4 days?
Yeah, it's hard. Y'all are giggling. These are one of the toughest times of my life is trying to
As
jerk
you're
off
telling
like,
Christina, shh, I'm
Yeah.
trying to jerk off.
trying to jerk off like George Washington with no electricity and no nut by candlelight. Come on, man.
And
It's
Christina's
too
going,
romantic.
could you do it a little more quietly, please?
Yeah.
Do you really have to smack it against your belly the whole time you're freaking doing it?
Is that the boat? Or you?
I didn't know we had a waterbed. What's going on in here?
Well, this got weird.
Ooh, sea spray. We don't have windows, honey.
Just because of the internet. We saw this on the internet.
Yeah, it's creepy.
So you came back from the cruise today, correct? And still came into the show, which we
Yeah.
truly appreciate, man. Thank you very much.
On time, thanks.
And this is going to be your last appearance on Open Mic Live, probably.
Before I'm
No,
crazy
come
successful.
No,
I'll come back. But
you will.
before I'm
but not to this show. You'll go back to Florida. So why? Where are you going?
Los Angeles, California. I'm
And
gonna go.
what caused that?
I want to make money, man. I'm tired of being poor. So let's go make something happen. I'm gonna go join the Illuminati. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. And
Were you invited out there, or are you just making the move?
You and
make the
Kanye.
move. Yeah, me and Kanye. Dude, I don't care, man. At this point, I'll sacrifice a lamb or whatever you have to do to get Illuminati money. I want to make it on some sort of something.
Well, you need an Eclipse. Drive out there with a Mitsubishi Eclipse. No, wait, that's not how you do it. Don't follow John Jacobs.
Lisa says this is the last show with Cam. You know, unless he gets or because he's going to be too big for his fucking
Also,
britches.
shout out to Lisa. There was a dude on the boat named Jay, and
Jay Clee.
Yeah, she told Jay, she was like, "If you see Cam, say what's up." And Jay turned out to be one of the coolest dudes I've ever met.
That's her boss.
Cool ass dude.
I don't know if she's sleeping with him or not, but that's her boss. She's gotten raises like every month. It just don't make sense.
That dude's very
Every
cool.
show I'm on revolves around sex
dude,
for some reason.
He's awesome, bro. He's a great guy, really.
He was telling me, he was like, "Man, I got season tickets to the Bucks." He was like, "Come with me to the Bucks game before your last show." He was like, "Man, it's gonna be fun. We'll tailgate, all that." He was a very nice guy. So shout out to Lisa for telling him to find me. Because when he found me, he was like, because it was weird, because he found me in a moment where a lot of people had randomly just came up to me and they're like, "Oh, I've seen you before," and I was like, "Oh, hey, hi," like, and just having fun talking to people. And he goes, "Are you Cam?" And I was like, "Are you about to beat me up?" I was like, "Are you mad at me?" And
Right.
He was like, "No, Lisa told me to say hi to you," and I was like, "Hi."
You owe $20.
Yeah, he was like,
My first thought is, do I owe you money?
"Oh yeah."
Okay.
You must have gambling debts.
You know what? Is this going to be live, like on the internet, where people can go?
No, you're fine.
All right, good.
I saw when I went to look for pictures of you. There's an older picture of you just sitting at a poker table, right?
Yeah.
So did you used to play?
There was
poker?
just a
It's
headshot.
a weird picture, man.
It was
It's
just
very weird.
But if you notice, all the cards it's a royal flush with like a 2 in it. So and all the chips are there with my watch, my car keys. So I gambled everything.
Gotcha.
And lost. That's what
house.
it was. So
I
it
hate
had
how
meaning.
in-depth that headshot
It had
is.
meaning.
It had meaning.
You're welcome. You think all your Instagram pictures don't have meaning? Come on.
But that's such an in-depth shot.
I know.
The card placement and the chips, and I gambled everything.
Right.
It's a headshot, man.
The photographer wanted that. They said this
The
would be
photographer was
something
like,
good.
"We're gonna go so deep with this picture."
And then I had to take my clothes off. Wait.
$75.
I'm only wearing one sock because the other sock set Dubby free.
There's glamour shots.
First of all, that Harry Potter reference was so not.
It was a Steve
Yes,
Smith conversation.
exactly.
Because we're all over 20. So, you know.
They had to get the lights just right so it didn't clear off and block everything else.
I saw a 70-year-old man in a Harry Potter Quidditch jersey on the boat, and I hugged him. Yeah,
It wasn't
that guy.
Harry.
No, it was a Harry Potter. On the back said Potter. It was 07. It was the Gryffindor logo on it. I was like, "You are for real right now." I was like, "You're like my dad. Like I want you to." I was like, "I want you to be my dad."
I want to touch you like I did my dad.
Yeah, like
Here's my mom.
And
Well, wait, she's talking to these two dudes. Hold on a second.
And he grabbed his wand.
Mom, can he be my dad?
We touched one.
So you said you freaking planned some shows on the way out there? Is that real?
Yeah, I'm doing
To make gas money? Are you really getting paid
I
for
hope
these
it's
shows?
a little more than gas money, but yeah, I'm getting paid to do the shows. I'll be in Atlanta. Hopefully, be doing Indianapolis. This lady won't get back to me, but I'm supposed to have a date in Indianapolis. Got some other stuff on the way too. I just don't
That's
remember
awesome.
it. It's-
So I mean, would you just call around and try to set this stuff up? Or?
Yeah, I have to be in LA by October 15th, unless I get this Indianapolis date. There's a bunch of weird stuff, but hopefully in LA by October 15th, leaving the 2nd. So I have plenty of time to do stuff on the way. But yeah, you pretty much just go, "Hey, I'll be coming through your city. Do you have things for me?" And I go, "No." And then you go, "Okay." And then you go to a different city, and they give you work.
What is Lawrence Green talking about? Why does he say that Cam looks like Ellen DeGeneres had sex with the Joker from Suicide Squad?
Like Jared Leto?
You said Lawrence
Really?
Green?
Yeah. That's why.
Because
That explains everything.
But see, I like Lawrence, so
Right.
I can't be mean.
Yeah, you
He's
can.
such a nice guy.
But that's why you can be mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you
like
can be mean
on
to
the
your
spot,
friends.
I've never. Yeah, but the thing is, I've never thought a mean thought about him. I thought mean thoughts about everybody, but against Lawrence, I'm like, Lawrence is
Really?
son. Oh yeah, man.
right here.
Well,
That's
Lawrence
why
is-
I almost died. All right, I got it.
I mean, Lawrence is awesome, but I mean,
Here's the best part. As soon as he said he was leaving for L.A., I'll guarantee you 8 people texted and went, "Dude, what shows are you canceling? Who books that?" Right?
Oh.
To get your dates.
Yeah, kind of.
did you have to cancel shows to do it?
I had to cancel a couple shows.
Yeah, because I mean, you knew about this a while ago because you
Yep.
actually
That's why
told
I
me
tried
about it.
not to book anything past October because I was like, well,
Do you have a warrant? October 15th? You're like, I got to be there.
I got to be gone.
No, that's when he gets off of probation, so you can finally freaking leave the
That's
state.
what I can be.
Yeah, because you actually told me about this when we came to see you at Side Splitters, which was how long ago? That was a month ago or so.
August.
Was that?
Au-
Yeah.
August. No, not even. Probably late July.
Right. So,
We had playing this maybe late June.
and you didn't
Right
even announce
after
it
I
for another,
almost died, he said, I got to get out
I
of
got to
here.
get out of here. You're a
I
bad
gotta go,
omen.
honey.
But you didn't announce it until August.
September 1st.
September. Yeah. So
I told a couple people. One of the first people to know was probably Ken Miller.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you had talked to me about that you were saving up to go out.
Yeah.
You just didn't have a specific time at that point.
Yeah, I reached out to a couple people and I told them, and I wanted September 1st to be like hey, there's a month left.
Right.
See me before I skedaddle.
Which that's enough time to promote it.
Because I didn't want it to feel like Kobe Bryant, where like every game's the going away game.
Right,
I don't want to show up to something, and plus I knew the cruise was going to be a week in itself, so I was like, there's 2 weeks of getting you're leaving, and like
right, like Kmart, we're going out of business for 3 years.
Yeah,
right.
Like that's a good feeling. It's like 2 weeks of love rather than like 2 months of people going, I'll see you later.
Right.
That's a lot.
And I thought at first you were supposed to be leaving that night after the show, but you're not going to leave till the next day?
We're 50-50 right now.
I got
you.
We
could leave that night and just, head out, but might leave the next day. It all depends on how that night goes. It depends on if I get hammered and...
So he'll be leaving the next day.
Yeah, very well could be.
I mean,
it all just depends.
Are you guys splitting the driving duties?
Probably. She is a terrible driver, and she can't really see at night, so I'll probably do a lot of the driving.
So you need cocaine? No.
No, you know what's a weird feeling is when I was in Mexico, I was like, I've never even thought about doing cocaine. Like, I just say I can't handle it, right? So I was like, but I'm in Mexico. If I'm offered cocaine, I feel obligated. Luckily, I was not offered any cocaine. But I was like, I would at least think about it. Like, just being in Mexico and being like, I already don't think I'm going to make it back home. Why not go all out?
Like you're on the set of Narcos
Exactly.
at that point.
Yeah, I thought we were going to meet, a bunch of... I almost said some crazy shit.
But that's what I was thinking.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, I almost had to stop.
A joke that I do about that is I say now that I have this brand new heart, like I have like a baby heart, so I want to do shit I never did before.
You have a baby
like
heart.
I want to go.
Got room to grow.
I was like, I really want to like go bungee jumping while snorting a line of coke and jerking off at the same time because my heart can take anything now.
So since you've
it's
survived
brand
all
new.
these things, you want to just go ahead and challenge it the best
I
you can?
I want to be like Crank. I want to be
funny.
Jason Statham and
Hook
Crank.
a battery up there.
Exactly.
You got a young heart. You still got that old body. You talking about doing all this young shit. You don't got new lungs. You don't got new...
You're going to hit my age at some point.
I'm going to go snorkeling with with those lungs? I'm going to go down for 7 minutes and die.
That's freaking hilarious. What are you doing, Michael? You ready for a break?
I already did it.
Damn you.
Okay. So we've been just talking.
Great.
That's your interview.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, your whole interview was about Cam. Good job. I'm proud of you right now. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be playing Stanley Feud with these fellas right here in the studio. And then after that, we'll be talking with Steven Netta and,
Cam.
a little bit with Cam.
If he doesn't leave,
I mean, this is actually Steven's show, and Cam just...
No, it is.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm leaving just so I can jump in on Steve's show. You guys have me in.
All right, we'll be back.
That's your Kanye.
What is going on here?
When I'm moving to the beat, closer to the show, I feel it in my feet, feel it in my soul. All the people We've come so far, still ignore why sickness strikes. We've seen it all and still can feel so blind as wandering stars with nowhere to hide, waiting for perfect gift from the Father of the lights. He makes my feet less dance and walk.
Apparently my mic was on the whole time too. Welcome back.
Was it really?
Welcome back to Open Mic Live. This is me right here messing the show up, giving everybody a chance to do stuff. What's wrong? I totally changed everything. Do you like that or not like it?
It's beautiful. I just want to be able to know, can I get onto
Yeah,
Facebook
go
Live?
ready. I already got it.
Man, this is a fine-tuned machine we freaking
You
run
like
here.
that? Welcome back. Look, we suffered from a hurricane. What do you want?
This is like the Jets offense. Nobody knows what's going on. Somebody play quarterback. Somebody make something happen.
Well, now it's time for Open Mic's favorite game, Stanley Feud. If Stanley can get on. Can
I'm
you?
there.
You
I'm good.
All right. So, what do we have with this beautiful game, Stan? Explain it to the people that are not tuned in yet.
So Stanley Feud is my very original game that I stole no concept from anybody. Where I do actually make up all the questions myself. I've never stolen one from there, even though the idea came from them. And then, as you guys know, I surveyed people on Facebook and friends. The last 3 weeks, I've had 103, 104 people that have responded. This week, we had 102 because of the hurricane, I'm guessing.
You're going down in numbers.
But we did have 102 people that responded. What you do is you get the top 5 answers. Number 1 is worth 5 points. All others are worth 1. And it's pretty freaking simple, actually. All right, so number 1. Name something you do outside that you can't do inside.
Masturbate. Oh.
Throw a football.
Drive a car.
Things you can do inside that you can't. Oh,
That you can do outside that you can't do inside.
All right. Well, I'm an idiot.
I was going to say urinate, but I've been around this neighborhood. You can pee outside.
You can pee wherever you want. It's fine.
Christina, wake up.
She's listening to this show. It's hard to do.
She's eating all the tacos.
Tiff Monty says mow the lawn.
Oh, mow the lawn.
And Deo says drive a car. Kim Hansen says smoke.
That's
not true.
You can't smoke
In
inside.
most places, you can't.
Well, it depends.
Anymore.
Are you talking about your own home? I mean, and there are bars around here that you can smoke inside.
Yeah, and I don't go to those bars.
Nita says shoot a gun.
You can. It's frowned upon.
Somebody says swim right.
Again, so is masturbating.
Ah.
So.
It pisses my wife off, but
What, the masturbating or the gun?
Doing it while I'm shooting a gun.
Shooting 2 guns.
Take a bath.
Those are the sissiest sounding guns ever. Pew pew.
But they hurt. Your feelings.
But they hurt.
Right at you.
What did Cam say?
I said something stupid.
Okay, what did you mean to say?
Hey, man, I'm not going to steal nobody's answers, but drive a car is pretty good.
Okay. You can't steal answers on this because everyone can answer the same. You know what I mean?
Right. You want to. If it sounds good, steal it.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that too.
Thank you.
I mean, you've stolen all your jokes. Why not answers? I mean, what the? Boo.
That's a Ken
Where's my
Miller
cricket
text.
button?
Did you
Dude,
ever get
I was-
those texts from him? Where he just goes, boo.
It just
Like,
sends sad face emojis.
I was just kidding, JB.
He just yells, "Boo! Get off the stage, Netta."
Cam's like, seriously, I can't leave. I don't have to stay here.
No, he's gonna finish his food. Don't be stupid.
Snook says run a marathon. Well, she's never seen me run from that rabbit around the house. It feels like a freaking marathon. That goddamn thing's dangerous. Don't get a rabbit. That's my suggestion to anybody. Do not get a rabbit.
Except magicians.
Except magicians.
They can have rabbits.
Can have a top hat.
And they can wear top hats.
Dude. I've never actually had a guest boo another guest on the show before.
Hey, man, I booze them as a season.
All right. 16 people said Mo. 12 said get a tan. 12 said swim. 10 said barbecue. And 10 said drive a car. Next question. Name something California is known for.
Hey, am I doing this or are you doing this?
You're doing Facebook Live. I'm doing Ustream.
Well,
No,
you
you
can change it.
I'm
on
not
me.
gonna steal.
Weed.
You're not going to
You
steal
said I was
what?
doing both. Boo.
Oh, you can. Earthquakes, Smitty says.
Wait. Name something you can do in
Name
California.
something California is known for. Making you chanting USA.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the article. How about Hollywood? Movie stars? Movies, to be more specific.
Well, Burns says Hollywood.
See, smart people listen to me.
Heather Hodges says beaches.
Yeah, Florida isn't known for
KC
that.
says liberals.
Compton.
What a nice place to live.
Compton? Actually, it's safer than here.
Not here.
LM says movie stars.
I got my guns.
Matt says weed.
Did you just laugh till you farted?
No, my glasses hit the. My glasses hit the thing.
I was like, I think that it just died.
And my last thing was a fart. That's awesome.
They say that you release everything, right?
Immediately.
Yeah. The baby heart gave out.
Gobble says stars.
The baby heart's still ticking. It's everything else I collapsed.
If you release everything, that's what Pop-Up was doing.
Nita says sunshine.
Yeah, because we're not in the Sunshine State.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Shay.
How about palm trees? How about, what is that? Venice Beach. That's what it's known for.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger pumping iron.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I was going to say Schwarzenegger was.
Yeah.
That's sad, isn't it?
No. He's the governor.
They're also known for like making too many rules that everyone else starts to take on. Seriously, like they
like
start all
energy
these
saving garbage.
freaking
Ugh.
assholes. Fuck that
Variable
tree.
speed pumps. What happened?
So this is the first time ever that all 5 answers tied.
Oh, wow.
I've never had that happen
Wow.
before. Like I've had 2, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Oh, wow.
13 people all said wine, weed or marijuana, liberals or libtards, earthquakes, and Hollywood.
I love libtards.
So you go ahead and do both, Michael.
Wonder which ones
Am
are
I doing
really
both now?
the snowflakes.
Now, go, win, ready.
Now,
California was known for wine? That's weird.
Yeah, vineyards.
Eh.
You'll find out when you go.
You'll know. You'll go to wine
I always
tasting.
figured vineyards were in, like, Utah.
No.
We're at, like, some, like...
Martha's Vineyard.
I've actually never
Connecticut,
thought
right?
of a
Martha's
vineyard being in
Martha's
Utah.
Vineyard, yeah,
It's Connecticut, but California is
bunch of
known for
fields.
wine.
vineyard, yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch
What
of-
the hell's the famous one there in California that I
don't know,
The
douchebag
Italian
wine
one?
farm.
I don't know.
You're gonna be a wino before you.
I want to be a wine farmer. How do you do that?
All right, so next,
Stick them in the ground. They'll go.
God damn it, ain't working.
next question: what is a boy's name that starts with the letter C?
Wait, what was that?
What is a boy's name that starts with the letter C?
I
We
don't
got a
know.
Chris, a Carl.
Did I do that? You're confusing me.
My
Am I doing
brother's
both
name
of them
is
now?
Chris.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
You did do both of them.
Glad I'm on it.
Let's go
yeah,
Caleb.
Tried to do it again. Caleb?
I'll go Caleb.
Nobody's name's Caleb.
Let's go with Charles or Charlie.
There are 0 Caleb.
Charo.
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 That's a dude.
What's a boy's name that starts with the letter C?
Charlie. Charles.
Glick says Krista. Dude, you get minus 5 points for saying duh.
That's such a dick answer.
Such a 12-year-old girl answered. Connor.
It's like you just had an internet argument with somebody.
Courtney.
Duh.
You can't say duh like you duh. Like you just say it mean.
Right.
Those are like type things where you can't, where when you say it, it's the only way you can say it is shitty.
Like somebody at Harvard is talking in a pristine voice. Duh.
Duh.
Yeah, I want Bill Gates to say that.
And then the genomes split into a mutation. Duh.
Oh, Smitty says Napa Valley is the famous vineyard out there.
Thank you.
All right, you got to put the answers in the other one too.
I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
Just put the goddamn answers in.
Which one is the other
I
one?
was working on one.
In Ustream.
My dad calls me the other day. He goes, "Hey, do you remember so and so?" Well, they're dead.
So
I mean, anytime somebody goes, "Do you remember so and so?" They died.
Right.
You
That's
don't even have to tell me. You just go, "Do you remember?" Okay, who died? That.
that's encouraging, isn't it? After you just
I know, but it's just every phone call from him is,
So
"Hey, do you remember?"
Right. 27 people said Charles or Chuck. 24 said Chris. 12 said Carl. 9 said Caleb. And
For
9
real?
said Carlos.
Caleb made the board.
It's right there.
Hey.
Carlos, that's our
It's actually
Latin
right-
American
hey.
affiliates.
I really didn't think Caleb was making the boards.
The 9 people that said Carlos are from Tacos on the Move.
They made the food tonight.
Gracias.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think Caleb was making the board.
I can't believe it either, bro.
man.
You put that seed in them, man.
I mean, because like, when I make up the questions, I make sure there's 5 viable answers. You know what I mean? And Caleb was not anywhere in my spec.
When I said it, I was like, oh, I didn't know I was going to say that.
And it's amazing how many people say an answer that you weren't expecting. You know what I mean? So, all right, next question is...
And Carlos is Charles in Spanish, by the way, so...
Whoa.
You're welcome.
I
just hurt his brain.
Oh, you didn't hurt my brain. You hurt my heart with some stupid shit like that.
With the way you looked
I mean, Kim didn't boo you, so I forgot to go ahead and do it.
You looked like I actually told you that Santa wasn't real. You were like,
right. I looked at you like I'm not doing my Duolingo,
No,
and
it's
I
like
am.
you said Santa was Chris Kringle.
I thought you said Chris Pringles, and I'm fucking hungry right now. Chris Pringles? I'll take them. All right, next question. Name an NFL team that doesn't have an animal for a mascot.
Steelers.
Patriots.
Bucks.
I'm a Steelers fan, so.
Patriots are animals.
What?
What? Burns says Giants.
They are animals.
They are animals.
I was like,
Yeah, the Brown Patriot.
Endeo says Bucks.
Steelers.
Brown Patriot
Casey
sounds
says
racist.
Chiefs.
6-time Super Bowl champion.
Am I allowed to say
Pittsburgh
that?
Steelers.
He called us Brown Patriot.
But I said Patriot, so USA, right?
We got a couple Steelers on the board. Patriots.
You know, it's funny when you say Chris Pringles. They, it's
There's nothing funny about it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this punchline.
Okay,
Let's go.
It's not a punchline. Listen, so.
Well, it's coming from you. We know that.
My kids and
Boo.
That's a boo.
I mean, thanks for coming in.
That's it. I'm diving.
No, you got to at least.
I'm glad I live for this.
So, you know what? Fuck the story. Okay.
No, I'm interested now.
No, please go ahead.
My kids and I met Chris Pratt, the actor. Right?
Okay.
You know who Chris Pratt is?
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy. So when my daughter heard his name, she thought it was Crisp Rat. So she would call him Fried Rodent. She's like a fried rodent? I'm like, no, it's not Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt. So it's funny that you...
I thought it was Jack Spratt.
You know what?
Let's get back to Stanley Feud, man.
Stupid.
It just had too long of a build.
The only thing more
because
boring,
you guys kept talking during
build up.
the only thing more boring than this game was that story.
See, at your age, you're not used to a long build-up to get to something. It's boom, get there and done.
So you're saying you're mad at me for being more productive? You have a baby heart in you. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how fast.
When you grow up.
When my heart grows up, it's going to do cocaine. I go to sleep at night and just, it's okay, baby. You'll be fine.
Your clock restarted. Respect your elders. All right?
All of a sudden, he's waking up crying 3 times a night.
So, gotta be honest, man. It feels good to say that. It's the first time I've been able to say that to a person. Oh, man. Now I see why old dudes say that so often.
Where they got the baby monitor. His wife's going, it's your turn to the daughter, so she has to go back and feed him.
Now I can shit and piss myself for a reason.
You really can't.
I'm a baby.
You're not allowed.
Yes, my diaper fetish.
His mind's telling him no, but his body keeps saying yes.
Boo.
He just Chris Pratt himself.
My heart's pumping, my body's sagging.
He Chris shat himself.
He put it. Her name's Kennedy, and she put a shat on it. You guys don't watch Saturday Night Live.
Did
you ever see that Saturday Night Live sketch where they did the what's the girl's name from Suicide Squad?
Margot Robbie?
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Margot Kidder.
When she did the Saturday Night Live sketch with Kenan Thompson, they did it where there was a sinkhole in Tampa, Florida.
That was hilarious.
It's one of the funniest sketches Saturday Night Live's ever.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
It was. I was pretty buzzed too, so it was really fun.
There's something called the internet. I know that you have a child lock on the internet. Your parents are like, you're not allowed on that.
So Saturday Night Live is too late for you.
That's why you can't watch porn that he's in.
I only watch porn that I'm in.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Sometimes it's just me.
Yeah,
But yet you
game
can't
film.
But
right?
yet you can't think of anything to jerk off to. That's good. You'll watch yourself do
Got a
it,
mirror?
but not-
Yeah,
I mean, if you can't jerk off to you like I do, bro, you're doing something wrong.
And I'm leaving.
I feel bad for you for jerking off.
So does my wife. She's like, what? All right, answers.
What were we doing?
31 people said Bucks, 17 said Patriots, 15 said Cowboys, 14 said Jets, and 12 said the Raiders. All right, quick points.
How many
update.
said the Steelers? 2?
None. Nobody. Everybody hates the Steelers.
Me and somebody else.
Not enough to make it, I can tell you that.
But the Bucks. Oh, yeah. There's
Well,
a
we are in
storied
Tampa,
franchise.
so.
But that's a storied franchise.
So
it is.
we have Netta.
Tampa 2.
Netta and Tip
What's up?
with 11. We have Smitty with 16. Matt with 12. Glick with 6. Love Burns with 6. And Dale with 7. No one else matters because they can't reach him. All right, move forward. Next question.
Did I win? Am
Not
I
yet.
winning?
Last
Oh,
question.
you're a winner.
You have a chance.
I'm a winner.
You made it to this show, bro. You must be
Dude.
something. Name a reason you might honk your horn.
This might cut you off.
What other...
Sitting at a red light when the lights turn green.
Or when
But not
somebody's
going.
texting at the light. But
That's usually me.
Mine would
No,
be...
like, they wait until they start moving.
Mine would be hot chick.
You honk at a hot chick?
Oh,
it's like
like
cat-
National Lampoon?
cat
Yeah,
collar.
exactly. Where he lays on the horn, Christy Brink.
I saw it.
I know.
I saw it.
I know it.
And it was funny.
Sounded like Marley Matlin. over there.
What about me, guys?
Like Marley Matlin.
She get her own part. I'm my
Would
favorite
that
guy. I bet Tyree.
Would that me?
Smitty says they wait till the red light to move
Oh, okay.
because they're on their phone.
Then all of a sudden you see him go, ah, and the car takes off.
Right. Exactly.
Because he goes like, pew, pew, pew at me. at the light.
If I had a horn that went pew pew, I'd be happy.
So what did Netta say?
What?
You, this
Hot
Netta.
chick. Hot. I'm sorry, hot attractive female.
Yes,
who's-
people are
No, hot chick
incorrect.
is
Who's a
okay,
great
bro.
dancer and is very smart. Boobs.
You said hot chick and very smart. Come on.
It's just
That's what
boobs.
I'm saying.
It- it is hard
I was
work.
trying not
do
to be.
you live in?
Let's just say I was trying not to be Donald Trump. I was trying to be polite about women. Boom! Drop the mic on Trump.
You know, women don't like guys that are nice to them.
Or guys.
You explained
Or
it
guys.
so
I didn't want to be like Trump, so I had to anti-Trump to be pro.
What just happened?
When you can vote, fucking talk to me then. You're not even
have
old
a
enough
baby
to
heart. They should redistribute all of your voting privileges.
You gotta start over. take your license away too.
Yeah, you start over.
What are you, a felon?
When your body fails you in the next 8 years, they have to take that heart. They have to take that heart back out and put it into a teen because it will have been 8 years old at that point.
It's like my heart will live on.
Your heart will live
Don't they
on.
do horror movies based on that, where somebody has like a heart transplant?
It's
And
usually, it's
and
usually an
for the
arm or
person.
something.
Yeah.
My
The arm
falls
comes
through.
back.
People are honking at Steven because he isn't moving at the green light, but it's because he's out.
It's
And then you get somebody else's arm, and you're like, "But I'm not masturbating." They are.
Sorry.
Oh no!
It's not cheating.
I
That's
didn't mean to- That's why Trump grabs him by the pussy.
Because it's not his arm.
You can't say pussy
Two
on the show.
Trumps.
It's not their pussy.
No, that I was quoting our beloved
I'm just
president,
kidding. You can
our
say-
supreme leader.
You can say pussy.
All right.
You can say
It's acceptable.
Hot bitch.
I hope that's a quote forever. Grab him by the pussy.
It is.
I know. I hope it goes in like the President's Hall of Fame. Like, right
It'll be at the
under him.
Disney Hall of Presidents.
That's what he's gonna say.
When they show all the presidents, they show Lincoln, Trump, grab him by the pussy. Grab him by the pussy.
4 scored 7 years ago.
You grab by the pussy. And the little Trump, the animatronic just grabs him by the pussy.
What the hell just happened? You mean like a chicken where you just put the quarter in and it freaking... All right, let's announce a winner and freaking Jesus,
My
Mother
baby
of
heart
Lord.
is thumping.
All right, so 20 people said they cut me off. 17 said to avoid a crash. 15 said sits through a green light. 13 said because I'm horny. And 10 people said to call someone.
That should be the winner.
And 10 people said to call someone an asshole. I can't change it. It sucks sometimes because I want certain things to be up at the top.
There's no reason to honk because I'm horny.
Right.
That's great.
I can't believe that freaking 13 people actually said that shit though.
Well played.
So we do have a winner. John Jingo wins with 22 points.
Django?
Jingo.
Django?
John Jingo.
Speaking of which, I made my mom watch Django on the boat because
Oh,
they had
really?
it on the TV, and she was not comfortable at all. She did not like that movie one bit.
Really?
I was like, but the black guy wins. She was like, but it's so sad.
Is your mom Paula Dean?
No,
She was uncomfortable watching it. Like,
no, she was like she
was uncomfortable because she didn't like
saw
it
the
when it-
beginning. She didn't even like watch the whole thing. She saw the beginning. She just thought it was like a slave movie, and she was like, it just all her white guilt was just boiled. She was like, I didn't mean to, and it's like you didn't. She's like, but the ancestors were mean to them, and I was like, but Jamie Foxx wins, and she's like, but still,
That was a great freaking movie, dude.
It's
I
a
love
really
how you say a
amazing
slave movie. Like, that's a genre of movies. They pitch
There
it in
are
movies.
a genre of slave movies. There are. It's a depiction of things. The
It's a movie about slaves.
Yeah.
Yep, slave movie.
Yeah.
Yep. You want that airplane movie? Go watch Top Gun.
They show it at all Trump hotels. So
They should.
I hate Donald Trump in case anybody
I can't
didn't
tell.
notice.
It's like the 76th reference.
Damn right, because I want everybody to know that he's an idiot.
I want everyone to know he's our president.
Well
And an
played.
idiot.
I like it.
I just think it's fascinating. You don't think people have seen the news for the last 4 years.
Well, they obviously act like they haven't
you
because
mean?
they fucking voted for him and they're for him and they're like, yay, oh, he's
The same
great,
people who
make
voted for
America
him are
great
not
again.
watching this show. So
Those
you're
people-
preaching to the choir.
Yeah, true. And
You're
the
preaching
pub-
to the same people who are like, yeah, we get it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, we know.
I mean, our listeners said because I'm horny. Why do you want- who do you think you're
And
speaking
most of
to
them
right
laughed
now?
when we said, did you just fart?
Right.
Okay,
Fart
I got
jokes
it.
and...
I forgot, this isn't NPR.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
saying no one's opinion has been swayed right now.
Right,
No one's
I'm
like,
thinking about voting
you
for
know
him next
what?
time.
Yeah.
You know what? He should be impeached.
He does bring up some good points about bitches. You know what I mean?
Is that Obama?
He really knows how to reel them in.
So is this enhancing your chance to be put on NPR or not?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, good.
Because I said fuck California, so we're out.
Yeah, fuck California for real.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't-
y'all definitely said that.
Yeah, and the
y'all-
raisins.
Y'all said that for real.
I'm really not worried
So,
about California, honestly.
I didn't say none of that.
Bunch of freaking hipster bastards. Bro. No,
I like California.
yeah, I do too.
You know,
Because I've never been there.
I've been there. I've been there.
So we do a quick review before we end this shit to give you some of the answers that didn't make the board. So it's the things you do outside: climb trees.
Don't you climb trees?
Now, kids your age,
Why do you think she got booked?
What happened?
Nothing, just a comic.
Oh, okay.
Something
Like,
I posted.
like when I was younger, you know what I mean, 12, 13, we actually did that. We played manhunt, climb trees and shit like
Yeah,
that.
right.
But did you? I mean,
I climb
you
trees.
Did
Yeah, I climb trees.
to get away from
Bullies.
Get
Django.
away from Michael Jackson. Why else do you climb trees? All right?
Well, bubbles will catch you in the trees. You gotta be
Yeah, but
careful.
Bubbles didn't touch nobody. All right?
How do you know?
Unless he was told to.
Oh, it's a
He
Bubbles.
just sat in the corner smoking a cigarette. Go
Let's
ahead,
go
Mike.
get him.
So smoke actually made the non-board over here. People did actually answer smoke. You can't smoke inside.
Oh, right.
And play in the rain.
Well,
That seems such an in-depth answer. Play in the rain. Can't do that indoors. Ugh.
we also can't have a thunderstorm indoor. I mean, come on.
Listen, I can't account for these people.
Although this last hurricane, people are definitely having rain in their house because the roofs got blown off.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger was on the California list. Porn
Makes sense.
and beaches. Sea names. Cameron. Cameron. Like, is your actual name Cameron? How long ago did you change it to Cam?
9th grade.
Or 9th grade? How'd that happen?
I was like, yeah, it's too long.
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
He couldn't
I
spell
never liked
C-A-M.
Cameron. It's so long and just tedious.
You got bored after
I didn't
M.
like it. Yeah.
Fuck it.
And Cam just sounded cooler. And as soon as I did it, everybody was like, hey, we kind of like you now.
Yeah.
We hated Cameron, but you're kind of cool, man.
Are you his brother Cam?
Yeah, Cam. Yeah, I'm like Stefan.
And Claude. How long has it been since someone actually named their kid Claude?
Jean
Back
Claude,
in when you were born.
Yeah. Back in 1969.
And things that people honk their horn for to scare someone.
You know what? That should be your album.
What?
Old Comic Young Heart.
Nice. I like it.
I like that.
Google. Old comic New Heart.
Sturdy heart, saggy boobs.
No, my boobs are tightened.
Are they? Can I touch them?
Because they took. Yes, you can. Because when they cut the thing, they actually had to pull it together.
So now you're perky.
Yes, they're actually very tight chest.
And I'm actually glad you changed it to Cam because Cameron's lambs would not work.
Would have worked. Yeah.
So merging into you, I hate that. Where they're actually not cutting you off, but literally pushing
They're coming
you,
into your lane and
into your driver's door. Like they're coming into your lane right
When
next
you're
to your
talking about
vehicle.
why you honk your horn.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay. What?
I just went back in time.
Yeah, I didn't know what you all just did. I just got
He was going over some of the answers that didn't
Okay,
make
yeah.
it.
Getting
All right, so
cut
we're going
off,
to take a quick break.
Merging.
Because I'm lost.
Yeah.
Cameron doesn't advocate cocaine, but pot. There's something new.
He don't smoke pot either. That's what I love about this kid. He's cleaner than we are. So we're going to take a break, right?
Tequila.
All right.
When we come back, we're gonna get Cam and Steven off their phones, and we're actually going to talk to them about them for a minute.
Can't wait.
On the air.
Maybe they'll actually pay attention to that shit.
All right, you're listening to Open Mic Live. We'll be back.
Peace.
Must be my amazing observation of things. I slowly look around, see the many faces of the different people holding lighters up in the crowd, and it makes me crave all this. See you pumping your fist, but this is just what we do. So before we go, I gotta let you know, you don't know what's around animals. We wear big skin, but we're not ambiguous. We're not here to cause problems, just here for the good times. Call on us. We're animals. We're animals. Whoa, 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 wow, wow. Words take a little trip from me back in time, probably between about the ages of 11 or 9. I would live with my eyes open, but they were still shut, so I picked up a guitar and opened them up, and it was like I feel it coursing through my veins, still driving me insane. This is just what we do, so I play till my fingers turn black and blue. You don't know what's around animals. We wear thick skin, but we're not ambiguous. We're not here to cause problems, just here for the good times. Call on us. We're animals.
barely ever gamble.
What happened in Vegas?
And it's days and
Did you stay there?
days. I played some machine and I put like $10 in. And I said, all right, I'm so cheap. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do 5 pulls. And like the 4th pull, all of a sudden it started doing like 2 cherries and a bar. I'm like, all right, what, I win like $50? And they just kept going. Yeah. And kept going. It went past like 500. I won like $1,000. I was like, oh man, if I had played $2, I would have doubled my money. But at that point I just went, but it showed $1,000 and I'm just like, what button do I hit to get my money out?
Right.
Because I'm afraid the button I hit where it goes, gamble it all. And I'm like, I lost my $1,000.
So you collected $1,000 then?
According to the IRS, no. I did never won $1,000.
Okay, so you got screwed out of $1,000. How much
No,
of
no, I
that
won.
$1,000 did you? So did you play on with some of it?
Yeah, a little bit. I had a nice dinner. I was doing shows there, so I was like, I had a nice dinner and went to a steakhouse and just play. I played a little bit, but not much more.
When you do shows at a place like that, like, do they comp you dinners and stuff like that, or no?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
What's the nicest dinner you've had comp to you doing a show?
Do you know what Vasani's is phenomenal?
Yeah, Vasani's.
They make all their Italian food and everything by scratch.
Their dinner's
I mean, it
like
is,
they actually roll the pasta out
in the morning. They have people at 10 o'clock in the morning make.
It's bad. Like,
Winter Circle with those wings.
Circle, yeah.
Those
Dude,
wings
there's
are
a lot
the
of- there's a
craziest.
good food spots.
Where's Vasani's at?
Port Charlotte.
I got you.
Yeah.
Dude, every set they're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Just surprise me. It's all good."
Right.
Yep.
Have you ever really done that? Like,
What?
told them you pick?
Yeah. Every time I go
the
there,
staff they give you something like you'll do 4 nights, and I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
Every show, I'm like, just give me whatever you want. So he'll pick something. He's only picked one thing that I didn't like, and that was just because it was covered in mushrooms. I was like, mushrooms are all right, but it's a lot. But other than that, it's easy to.
So after that, did you say, give me whatever you want except for something with mushrooms?
That. Yeah. But everything. So
do the opposite of that.
Yeah. There's
I hate
pork
mushrooms.
chops.
I love mushrooms.
Oh my god.
Pork chops?
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, their pork chops are amazing. Their
steaks
such
crazy.
good food. But there's some, and that's the thing is a lot of times when you go do shows, they'll give you a bar tab or something so you can get something to eat relatively small. But
right. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Though that's a pretty good bonus when you go to a place like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you get to a meal like that.
Yeah, Vasani's hands down has the best. Like,
I mean, especially if you don't drink while you're performing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's
I don't drink, so they're saving money.
Right.
Most comics would be like $50 bar tab and food. I'll just take the bar tab of that.
But you don't drink before you go on, do you, Cam? No. Do you?
Now I do. I used to not. I don't get hammered, but
so that's why your shows have gotten better.
Yeah, probably.
I drink
a
more
little
too.
bottle with a brown bag and.
Yeah, I've been letting loose.
I like your style. It's working.
Yeah,
I mean seriously, it's working, brother. I mean, you blew up so much that you're moving out of state. Seriously. I mean, are you gonna have like a little tassels with cans on the bottom of your car?
Like
when you
just
take off?
married?
Yeah. Right. Just got out of this state.
And they'll keep the cans because they'll be eaten out of the car soon.
Probably.
So, Steven, you're originally from Delaware, is that right?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Delaware.
You say raised. How old were you when you came here?
I was 29 when I came here.
So 1973.
Yeah.
You were 29.
Suck it.
How right now?
If you don't.
I mean, $5, bro.
Is that
$20
a
is $20.
show?
Like, you're quick to offer.
But I mean, what brought you here?
Failed marriage.
That shit works.
And then I just didn't like that area anymore. I was like, I just got to go. I'm a computer programmer. So I got hired at a company in Orlando. Wanted me to work for them and paid me twice as much as I ever made doing comedy or work anyway. So I'm like, yeah, I'll move to Florida. And a week later, I met my wife now that I've been married to for 17, 18 years.
So you were doing comedy in Delaware?
Yeah, from like 91 to 2000, I think, and then I quit when I moved to Orlando. But so I did, I did up north and, did some TV stuff up there. And Comedy Central had this human bowling tour thing that they were doing on the East Coast, so I did that. They filmed
Were you the ball?
Yes. Nah, it was stupid human bowling, but we had to do comedy like in downtown Baltimore at like 2 p.m. And they were getting people to do the human bowling thing, and in between that, we were doing 5-10 minute sets. And it was so awful.
And outside of open mics, what's a paid gig? What's the smallest amount of people you played to when you were
4 people at a show?
Really?
Yeah.
I've done 2. Rookie.
No.
So did you get the money
wait
from
a
the
minute.
door?
I lied. That's 4 in Florida. I had to do a show in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Snowstorm. 2 people. Yeah. Lesbians, by the way. So it's not like I could be like, so, anybody here married?
Yeah. I did a show for 2
I did too, yeah.
children.
All right, you know what is this, a one-upper contest?
Yes.
At a flea market in Arcadia.
This sounds like
I have the worst story.
We have a winner.
Arcadia.
But if you just, luckily
It
you
wasn't
continued
Arcadia.
on
It
after
was
I did a
Haines
show
City.
with a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. I'm like,
It's terrible.
They saw eye to eye, bro.
that $75 is looking good.
Yeah, but he's open for Ray Romano. Right? You have featured
Get
for
off
Ray
Steve's
Romano?
dick, all right?
Yeah.
It's small. I know it won't hurt.
When we did, when I did Off the Hook, I did it with Daryl Hammond. I featured for him for a whole weekend, 6 shows actually, and Ray
Jeff
Romano,
Dunham.
Brian Regan, Jeff Dunham. When I was first starting doing,
Did you
comedy
try
in
making him one
Delaware.
of his puppets?
Yes,
That'd be cool as shit.
That was before all of like his bigger name puppets. You
I
know,
got
like
you.
the Old Man and the Jalapeno on a Stick, things like that. I mean,
Oh, so you opened for these guys before anyone knew who they were.
oh, yeah,
That shit don't count.
Kevin James. No, but I'm saying Kevin James. They all had,
Right.
they were all on that cusp. Like just as I was leaving or Pennsylvania, Delaware, that area. That's when like Craig Robinson and Kevin Hart are from that area, and they went up to New York at that point. So
And how cool was it meeting some of these guys? Did you get to hang out and talk to a few of these guys?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the most comfortable person to talk to out of that group? That your Brian Regan's, your Ray Romano.
Yeah. Probably Ray.
Really?
Yeah, Ray was awesome.
So he wasn't a douchebag?
Because I worked with it. No, I had worked with his his opener, Tom Caltabiano. And actually, as we were doing shows in Nags Head, North Carolina, as they were cutting the deal for Ray to go film the pilot of Everybody Loves Raymond, and Tom was going with him because he was his opener in New York and all that, so he was taking him out to go live in L.A. for a year with him. So it's cool. So I knew him from the beginning of all
Right.
that. And then we did like 3 or 4 shows together. When Tom would do shows, he's like, hey, let's have Steve open.
And where was this
So-
that you featured for him?
Charlie Goodnight's in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I got you.
did
Raleigh.
twice. The Comedy Cabaret. So a couple different places.
So Cam, you're heading out to California, right? I mean, and dude, you're gonna have nothing but success. We all know this, right? Seriously, I mean, that's the God's honest
Dude,
truth.
he's laughing, but I told him, did I not?
Dude,
I said, you have it.
And that's the thing
I said,
is,
you got it.
From the first time we had you on here till now, your confidence level and your belief in yourself is become what it should be for someone of your talent.
Thanks, man.
You know that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems douchey to say, but like I'm excited to put it to the test.
Right.
Because
You should.
here everybody's like, oh, go be the guy. Now I got to go be the guy.
But that's
Now I
not
gotta-
douchey.
Yeah, but like I'm excited to go make something happen.
But the thing is, you're not going to be the guy. You're going to be you.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
who
I
you are.
understand.
You're
I
funny.
meant for like so Preacher right now is the guy for the city. Like Preacher
from Orlando.
I mean for Florida, dude. It's big for anybody from Florida because when you go to a different state, they're not like, oh, you're just from Tampa,
Right,
You're
exactly.
from Florida,
Right.
So Preacher is doing it for Florida right now. So anybody from Florida that it now travels, they go, oh, you're from the same state as that guy,
Right.
You know, I look at it the same way. Anybody that says they're from Texas, oh, Travis Scott, or like anybody from a state. Even if you're not from that same city. So somebody's like, Preacher, I'm like, yeah, Orlando's like an hour and a half
Right.
from it, you know.
And how much is he pumping people up around here right now?
Oh, yeah. big
He's getting
time.
everybody excited.
Dude,
you know?
people are pumped up about. I mean, they should
And
be.
they should be.
You know what-
He's doing a lot for not himself, just everybody.
But
Everybody in the
Preacher,
area.
I mean, if you know Preacher and just talking to him like this, he's on. He's just.
No, I've spoken
Everything's
with
just
him. He's never
funny
been in,
and
but I've
just,
spoken with him. And
and
now it's
just-
way too late to have him. Unless Cam goes out there and he's like, you got to do it next time.
He's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
But
he
No, I
could
love
not be a
Preacher.
nicer person.
What was funny was we watch him, you know what I mean? And his last one, he did a lot of
He
older
did-
jokes
he
that he
did.
was doing here.
Right.
And they said it was his best set ever.
Yeah.
And me and my wife are going,
Wait,
How-
did you watch the finals?
no, I didn't get to yet.
He did the crackhead
He
joke.
did the crackhead joke. Which anybody that knows Preach, they go,
That's out there.
we knew it. We
Right.
knew he was doing the crackhead
Yeah.
joke. Because he was like,
Well, he called it.
he was like, tell me I won't do the crackhead joke. So everybody was like, oh, I bet you won't do it. Da, da, da. And everybody else was like, don't do it. Please don't do it. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And he did it. And
Dude,
it's-
and it freaking, like, when they say killed it, that cat killed it.
the thing is like, I've seen that joke murder, and I've also seen it bomb hard.
Yeah,
and
but-
he gambled.
But you could say that really for any comedian.
But in that position, you kind of have to gamble on something that
he
you
shot for the
have
moon.
faith in.
He had to, and it paid off. It worked, but not every joke is like that. Some jokes you're like, oh, that's a across the board. It's funny for everybody, but that joke is hit or miss because it's so weird.
There's one comic I know. He did Just for Laughs, and he did his 5 minutes. That's why they booked him. Just before he goes on and do his showcase set, he does a totally different 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And bombed.
Yeah.
And his manager's like, why the fuck
See, I'm
did
that
you
guy,
do
though.
that?
I'm more than willing to do that.
No, you're not. You're going to do your stuff that works.
Why?
But when
In
you're
most
competing-
competitions, I don't know what I'm doing before I go up.
No. I'm not talking competition. This is the showcase in front of every agent in America.
But if
is
I'm not
looking at
comfortable
this.
and I'm not happy with what I'm doing, then it doesn't. Like, if that guy, right before he went up, he goes, I'm not feeling these jokes, I understand that. If he just switched it because he was like, I just want to
True.
That is not the time to open mic.
But no,
It's not even
because
open micing. It's just a different set.
But here's the thing: you have to get there before you can call your shots. Bands don't get there. A lot of bands, like I'm friends with a particular band.
You can say their name.
Cage the Elephant, and you know they.
You can definitely say their name.
Yeah, they So we were talking about something, and they did the album with "Ain't No Rest for the Wicked" and all that, and that's what the A&R people wanted and the studio wanted. Yeah. Now the album they did on the next one, they got to call their shots and do what they wanted.
You got to prove that you're the guy before you make a move. But I hear you. But
Kevin Hart didn't freaking pull all his shit.
Exactly. My
You have to
integrity's
stay
too
true to
high.
yourself.
I'm going to do
But you
whatever I
could
wanna
stay.
do.
But you could stay true to yourself and still do things that appeal to those people that are going to write you the checks, so that you can do that.
See, put it this
It's
way.
kind of like a band when they do their encore. They're overplaying these songs.
Yeah.
But you have to play those songs.
I mean, Eddie Murphy did do Saturday Night Live, which is playing to a TV audience.
And
Yeah.
he
Jamie
wanted to do
Foxx,
Saturday Night Live.
right? But Jamie Foxx did that too to a TV audience.
We're talking about completely different things.
So
right
when you
now.
do Saturday
no,
Night Live,
because I'm saying do your thing, and then you can.
so when you
kinda
finally
call
get
your
invited
shots.
on to Saturday Night Live, which is going to happen, who
I
do
don't-
you want the music?
Nah,
guest?
he wouldn't.
No,
You
I
wouldn't do
like
it?
SNL. No, it's not. That's not my muscle.
No,
But if they
I
did
can't
invite
do
you,
that.
That's
wouldn't
not
do
his
it?
wheelhouse.
That's exactly. I don't want to do that. Like, who turns down Saturday Night Live? I wouldn't turn it down, but it's also I would
It's
go
not what
in
you're aiming
knowing.
for.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for
People
me.
who get on Saturday Night Live don't get called to be on it. That's their aim.
That's-
you
yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
what they
They go
wanna
in
do.
with 2 impressions.
Yeah.
You go through a whole thing even just to get an audition.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that.
His wheelhouse is he's just funny.
Yeah, I
I
just
mean,
want to
just-
write and I just want to tell jokes.
he's a great writer.
Dude, and he's developed so much in a short period of time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it might change within the next couple of years. Maybe I go, I could see myself being on that and being a cast member and stuff. But as of right now, I just want to do stand up.
Would you want to be more of a like Bo Burnham?
No, I love that. That's
You don't want to
art.
do a one man
That's
show.
art.
type
No,
thing.
I would do
like
a
that,
one-man show.
like that.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything like that. I can't do anything with like lights. And
you don't want
choreography.
media,
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
like a choreo, like a play almost.
It's a play.
Yeah.
It's a play, but it's art. It's less
It's
stand up
amazing
or art.
stuff.
It's beautiful. I think
his
Bo
second
Burnham's
one's better.
absolutely
His first
brilliant.
one I wasn't as impressed, but his
Nah,
second
I
one,
think
the last
what-
one he just did, dude,
What's
he knocked it
amazing?
out.
They're all. Bo Burnham is absolutely brilliant. He's one of the smartest people.
Dimitri
on the planet.
Martin's that same kind of thing
Dimitri
with
too.
media, and
Yeah.
you know they incorporate, which is something that I like to do. Like McCurdy's does that now. They have those screens up around the stage where you can do media. Yakov Smirnov, of all people, does stuff with media playing. You know what I mean? Integrated within your show.
And it's funny you call it an art because we literally were just talking about it. Me and Lisa were talking about how it is an art. Comedy is an art.
Yeah.
Music is an
Yeah.
art. What we do, it can be an art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything you do like this can be an art. You know what I mean? It's like you can have skills,
Yeah.
but when you become an artist at what you're doing, like you have,
Right.
you know,
But there's
that's the
certain
next
guys-
level.
There's certain guys who are right now doing such a big justice for stand up as an art. Like Gerard Carmichael, his first special, everybody was like, "Oh, you did new jokes, so you didn't go hard. Do the stuff that works." He was showcasing what a regular night at the Comedy Store felt like. And some of the jokes didn't work. Some of the stuff, they filmed 2 sets. First set, he crushed, and he said it didn't feel right because it didn't feel like an honest night at the Comedy Store. So second show didn't go as well. And that's the one he taped and he put out because he wanted people to feel this is just a set. Some things work, some things don't, some things get awkward. But it's a night at the Comedy Store where he's developing things, he's finding tags, he's interacting. And that is art. Bo Burnham is doing art. You know, Neil Brennan doing 3 mics and doing one's just jokes, one's deep things, and one's that is an art.
Right.
They're changing what a special is.
And you're doing what you love. You're experimenting with it, and you're doing that very well.
You know what? Even Kevin Hart does art too with the production quality. If you saw his last special, he's got things playing on the screen behind, interacting, setting mood,
I don't think that's
setting
art. I think that's a production.
Yeah,
He turned his stand up into a movie, which I think is he took a chance. But I don't think that's
it's what Steve Martin did when he sold out the Spectrum, 18,000 people. But that was more production. That was music, it's
production,
variety. Oh yeah,
but that in itself is taking away from stand up. I think making it an art adds to stand up. Making it a production makes it more of a movie. Right, whereas stand up, if you watch Netflix or you watch it online, it's much different than going live.
Did Eddie Murphy make it a movie then? I mean, he did. Delirious, Raw, those were movies. Nobody saw his HBO special.
Concert acts though,
but
it's
Steve
all
Martin
stand
was.
up.
That's what Kevin Hart does.
Kevin's first 30 minutes of that special is him falling from a plane with explosions.
Oh yeah, well that was weird. That's intro, but that's intro on HBO's. Comedy stand-ups all have intros to it. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying his actual stage performance with pyrotechnics.
He did a football stadium.
Yeah.
That's not stand-up.
Like, to me, like improv comedy and guys that write their own comedy and change it up as they go on stage because they're feeling something, that's natural talent, natural comedic talent. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think knowing how a delivery, that's its own talent.
Yeah,
not delivering your own jokes, but to be able to successfully deliver someone
else's
jokes.
We see people on
talent as well.
We see people on
I just
stage.
don't respect it as much as a comedian.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like these comedians become actors. They're still funny because of their delivery, because of the way they put it across. I mean,
but that was the impetus to get those movies. I mean,
true that.
They turn it into that.
Man, there was a dude who was on the cruise ship and he was doing shows every night because every cruise ship has comics. And I watched his set. And I hated that guy because I was like, "You're a bum. You're not having fun, and you're getting paid so much money to do ignorance."
Doesn't that kill you, dude?
I hated it.
Like,
and everybody, man,
I just wanted to punch Carrot Top in the goddamn throat.
The cruise ship that I went on, there was a guy that did the Late Show, and he literally said the F word every 18 seconds because it was like a younger crowd, and they ate that shit up. And I'm like, This isn't comedy at all.
This guy's a bum.
Courtney says, girls, you're both pretty. Right. All right, so we kind of got to close up, which sucks because I got so much more to talk about with you guys, and this is my last chance.
He'll do a Skype next time.
But no, he won't abandon us. I'm confident that. You know why? Because I have a sound bite from a long time ago when I said, when you get too big for your britches, you can't ignore us. He said, hell no, I'll never ignore y'all. So, not quite like that.
Just like that.
Right?
I'll never ignore y'all.
I'll never do it, baby.
Steven, thank you for surviving long enough to come back in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for surviving Mexico.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
I love you both.
Had a great time.
We'll have you back in when we can just, talk to you. Like I really don't like to have a second guest the first time I have someone in.
Yeah.
But Cam means a lot to us.
Plus
Right,
your
right.
baby
No,
the
I
first
get it.
time.
I get it.
Like, it had to
I'll
happen.
promo something since he's leaving, though. September 30th, I'm at that Spring Hill, that our beach. You've done that, right? For Carlos? Los Gonzalas? Los Entertainment?
Maybe.
So September 30th, I'm in Spring Hill. October 13th and 14th, I'm in Orlando at Bonkers.
Los
in East
Entertainment, that's
Orlando.
Spanglish.
No, Los Entertainment is what
I
Carlos,
got
his production company is. So you guys can catch me in the area somewhat.
Awesome. Well, yeah, anything you have coming up, you can post on our sites.
Okay.
And we'll share it with our other promotion sites that we use, which reach a ton of people.
And I usually
over.
bring, like, Tampa, like John J. Murray is going to go with me.
That's awesome.
I mean, I took Cam. I mean, you take comics out to get them in the comedy clubs so that they can book themselves back.
So, Cam, you're going out there. I mean, are you going to be recording any of this stuff so that people back home can see you?
Recording like LA stuff?
Yeah, your shows.
I mean, on the way?
No, even when you get on the way would be badass.
I could do on the way.
You got
stuff.
a Facebook
Dude, Facebook Live on the way
sure.
would be like
of her murdering you. That'd be
But I mean,
awesome.
she'll just be talking shit the whole time.
But like your shows out there. I mean,
I'll film some stuff.
You need to film some stuff, bro, because we're gonna miss you.
Can you do one of you without a shirt, sitting?
Will you give me $75?
Can you do one of you with Christina without a shirt?
Will you give me $75,000?
Wait, can I get it? Come on, dude. I don't get a friends and family discount. $67.50. $10 off. 10% off.
Tip money. We love you, Cam. LM Deo. Love you, Cam.
Love you guys.
Love you, Christina, too. We're gonna mail you a ferret.
Yeah. I hope it's dead by the time it gets to us.
We're gonna poke
holes in the box. Accidentally, we also stabbed the ferret at the same time.
We're gonna have Cam shaved into it,
but it'll be dead. Be like, who did you piss off? They sent you a dead ferret.
Yeah, it's like the Godfather,
the mafia movie. Oh my God!
Find it on your pillow. So thank you guys very much for coming in.
Yeah,
Cam, please keep us posted on what's going on out there. Yes. And yeah, you got to air some shit on the way out there, bro.
Yeah, I'll say some stuff. I'll record something.
It'll be your turn to air her sleeping while she's in the car.
That sounds so sketchy.
It'd be cool if she was snoring.
What was I gonna say? I meant to put up a video for the going away show before I left for the cruise, but we didn't have power, so I couldn't film it. But I'll probably put it out tomorrow. It'd be really funny.
So the Cam's finally show,
the
finally getting out of here show. Is next Sunday, the 1st.
Please come to the final show.
We will get people there, I promise you. And then, real quick, one time, the 30th, we actually have a charity event at Quaker Steak and Lube with some bands, and John J. Murray will be the MC. And all proceeds will go to Irma victims. So come out, enjoy that. It starts at 3 and ends at, when we're done. When we collect the first $50.
That sounds close. 75 for Cam.
So, Steven, thank you for showing up on time.
Cam, you know.
Glad you made it.
Thanks for
he's already on
Steven.
LA time.
All right. Well, everyone, boo. See
boo.
All right, we'll be back next week with, let's see, I had this. I really just had this. Oh, Kevin Holly from The Kevin Holly Show. And then the following week, Jorge Diaz.
Jorge
Diaz.
Who's Jorge Diaz?
Jorge Diaz. George Diaz. No, not that guy. Jorge Gonzalas. The other Spanish guy.
What about him?
Jorge Diaz was a football player.
They work at Tacos on the Move.
Oh, their last names look alike.
You said Jorge's coming in?
I
love Jorge. He's the man. He's so cool.
We actually had to cancel him
once, yeah.
Because he didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah,
that's why.
We canceled him.
You
great stories. Like, talk to that guy. He's cool.
Oh, I do. I talk to him every time I see him out. We end up talking to him for a while.
He's one of my favorite new people.
He's the reason I do my Duolingo. I wanted to learn Spanish now because of him.
Check us out next week, 7 p.m. IRN Broadcast, openmictheshow.com, No Name Network, Raw Talk Online, and more. You'll find it at openmictheshow.com.